Time for Nvidia earnings. The market on edge right now, and edge is good. I like edge. We can create chaos with edge. We can create drama, and we can buy shares on dips and chaos and stuff like that. But anyway, any moment now, in the next few minutes, we're going to get the Nvidia earnings, and we're going to make some money tonight because I think the market is going to go up on this. Not Nvidia perhaps, but the market itself. So stand by for Nvidia earnings. Are you ready? Are you excited? Okay, let's get ready. Oh, that should be on. We're going to get the get rid of that. That's better. Don't know why that was coming through. Some money tonight.
Stop.
There you go. That's better. Right, let's go through our position. Yes, you guessed it. We're beating the market again. We're beating the market again. I said, Martyn was right again. The market freaked out today. I didn't. I bought more. $250,000 of Rocket Lab on top of me $1 million in SpaceX. I've gone mental. And now I'm giving it all away on X. I've been sending money all over the place today on X money just for a laugh. Do you see my last video? I'm literally just for a laugh sending money all over the place. There's a way you can win it. You have to work it out. But anyway, let me turn the studio green. So at the end of this, we can see we're up today. We're doing really, really well. We're doing really, really well because everybody freaked out today. And I went, ooh, I'm not having this. And I went and thought, I thought I'd just buy $250,000 of Rocket Lab. So I did. You're going, no, you didn't, Martyn. I don't believe it. Well, I did because I did. And here it is. Do you want to see? You want to see? Of course you want to see. You want to see what's going on. I understand that. I said to you, crypto's going down the bloody toilet because we told you at 99 cents, that was a buy. We were right to the penny, to the hour. And then we said at 176, time to get out. No, I sold it way before then because I bought Walmart. But a lot of you followed it up. And a lot of you, not our members, they all made money. But the Discordians won, the Electrum members won. But everybody else went, oh no, now it's going to $5. Oops, it went back down. And then Elon Musk brought out X money, and now you can send money to each other for free, anywhere in the world, for free, in a second, for free. Did I mention for free? No gas fees, nothing like that. Easy peasy. You don't need wallets. You don't need any special stuff. You just find your friend on X and you just go send. I did it today, and just for a laugh, I'm picking people throughout the afternoon. During the earnings call, I might send some money just for a laugh. Now, we got this video coming out in a minute. At the end of this, right at the end of the show, it's part 2. I'm sending X money all over the place just for a laugh. Yeah, just basically to annoy everybody that's messing around with Binky Bonk and XRP today. Because I actually think XRP and Ripple is actually behind it anyway. There's another video about that coming up afterwards. But just now, I just want to annoy everybody by giving everyone free money because I told you so, right? So anyway, I'm buying more and more SpaceX as much as I can. I know SpaceX don't directly own X. Someone's going to tell me in a minute. They don't act. Elon Musk does. It's the same bloody thing as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, so I'm sending money all over the place. That comes up right after this. So if you think, well, that sounds a bit good. How do I do that? I bet it's a scam. Martyn's after something. No, I'm not. I couldn't care less. If you want to follow me on X and get involved in it, you can. This is my X account. Follow me if you want. Don't follow me if you don't. I don't care. I don't earn any money whether you follow me or not. But we are now playing a game on X every day. It's called Ban the Idiot. So literally, if you want to get banned on the show... Oh, hello, what's this? We're waiting for the earnings for Nvidia. Stand by. I've got all the facts, by the way, as well. 10 amazing facts, just in case you're wondering.
Diesel_Raider tipped 99 cents through Super Chat.
What's up, mate? I love it. Thank you, Diesel Raider. It's called Ban the Idiot. So basically what we do on X, we play a little game, all right? This is my post. I put it out today that I'm sending money all over the place and we're having a bit of fun, right? Basically, it's the end of crypto. But XRP Ripple might be behind it. That's the next video. You never know, right? Anyway, so what you do is you go over here, you go on my X. I've given you my X in the chat. You go on X, you follow me, and you might want to comment and reply. And I'm randomly picking people and sending random amounts of money. So far, it's been a couple of people at $1, all right? But I might do more. I might not, but I might. I'm going to surprise a few people. So what happens is you go over here. It's not a scam. It's not a joke. It's real. I don't get paid whether you do it or not. I ain't bothered. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I don't care whether you follow me or not. I don't earn any money. All right. No one can sponsor they try every day, but I'm just not interested, right? No one sponsors me. And what you do is you go here. Look, lots of people have commented. Lots of people. Look, people. And then what you can do, you can play Ban the Idiot. We had a lot of fun this morning. We have a Ban the Idiot song now. We've got it coming out on a record soon. It's going to be on a t-shirt, just to annoy everybody. Here it is. Play. Why aren't you playing? You should be playing. I'm going to try that again. It should be... La la la, we're gonna play Ban the Fool, Ban the Idiot. Yes, we are, hoochie boo. We're gonna play Ban the Idiot live on the show. Yes, we are, because we can. We just don't care. There it is. So how do you play Ban the Idiot? What you do, you can comment on X. Anyone can do it. You get one go, though, because if you lie and talk stupid, you get banned. If you talk good and you're nice, you stay on forever. All right. So let's have a read a few comments as we wait for the earnings from Nvidia. So you can say whatever you like. J-Man said, Martyn was right again. He's not going to get banned, is he? Now, you haven't got to say just nice things. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If you don't agree, you don't agree. But if you say Martyn's not really making any money and Martyn's not beating the market, when we can show you we've beaten the market 4 years in a row, ban the idiot, because you're lying, trying to mislead the audience. And we don't like that. So we play Ban the Idiot. So we can follow you, we can engage with you, we can promote you, we can make you famous on X. It's up to you. But if you make up stories, we will ban the idiot. So my tweets, I have been able to send money instantly for decades, mate. PayPal did it long time ago and still is. Should we ban the idiot? It's not true, is it? I have been able to send money instantly for decades. Yes, so can I. Everyone can do that. But what you didn't say is it's really bloody expensive on PayPal. PayPal did this a long time ago and still is. Even today, there are tons of apps that do the same thing. Only big difference is the interest they pay, in my opinion. I'm not going to ban him, because he didn't say anything untrue. He didn't say any lies, but what he did say was not really factual. So I can reply to him. I'm going to say, that's true. Apart from you missed the most important part is on X money. It's free. Goodbye, PayPal.
Diesel_Ada tipped $4.99 through Super Chat. Am I a hypocrite if I love to play Ban the Idiot, but I'm a bloody idiot at times, but don't want to ban myself or be banned?
That's it. It's up to you. If you say lies, you get banned. You can say I'm wrong and we can disagree, but if you make up lies, you'll be banned. Diesel Raider, member or no member, friend or no friend, Discordian or no Discordian. Right, that's true. Apart from you missed the most important part is on X money. It's free. LOL. Goodbye, PayPal. There you go. Now, we're not going to ban him. He didn't say anything bad. He didn't lie. So does it act like a bank account? Let's have a look. Nate Phillips. Well, Nate Phillips, not exactly, but it is the river banking, river bank, but Riverbank. We're waiting for the results from Nvidia, so stand by. Not exactly, but Riverbank, which is what Elon is using, does provide up to $10 million, of insurance. Insurance. FDIC. Bloody hell, I can't write here. Insurance. FDIC. So, in fact, it's better than a bank. There you go. So, in fact, it's better than a bank. Whoops, add to dictionary. That's not right.
I can't believe
I messed it up.
this.
I'm going too fast. I can believe it.
Sensei_live has become a member.
What's this?
PayPal is free if you send payments to friends and family in your own country. Also, SpaceX does own X. Elon gave it to XAI and SpaceX owns XAI also. I got a new badge also. Sign up to newsletter lol.
Oh, yeah, all right, smartass. I think Elon's stuffing it to his... Anyway, listen, friends and family, that doesn't count. You can send to your friends and family for free. What's the point of that? I'm not your friend and your family, Sensei. You can't send money to me for free on X, on PayPal, can you, smarty pants? And you can't do it cross borders in different currencies, can you? No, this has completely killed, whatchamacallit, crypto today. That's what I say, and I stand by it. Any more ban the idiots? Let's have a look. I am regular. Are you guys saying you have to be X premium subscriber for X money? Yeah, you do at the moment, but he's rolling it out further. I'll take some free money. NDJ, shall I give him some free money? No, didn't say please. All right, so no idiots to ban today. That's a shame. Maybe there is. I haven't got time. Anyway, let's go down to Nvidia. So we're playing Ban the Idiot every day. If you want to follow me on X, I'll give you the link again. And you can leave a comment. And if you say something nice, I might send you some money today because we're just doing it for a laugh. If you ask a question or you make a lie up and it's just not true, then we ban you. If you ask me a question and say I'm wrong and disagree, that's okay. But this morning, the person who got banned came on and said Martyn isn't beating the market. He isn't making any money. And I've beaten the market 4x like 3 or 4 years in a row. So I have made money and I can show you on my brokerage account. Should we do it? Yeah, go on, Martyn. Show everybody. All right, here we go. So if you make up lies, we ban you. It's called Ban the Idiot. So the S&P 500, year to date, how's it doing? It's done 12%. Let's be generous, 12%. What's my position? 4 years in a row, folks. Year to date, we're up 48% year to date. 3 or 4 years in a row. So if you say I'm not making any money, you're lying. And if you're lying, you play Ban the Idiot, you lose. You go to jail. All right, what about the 1 year? 57%. Now, come on. Do you know any hedge fund, anybody that's not using any options at all, no shorts at all, that's made 58% in 1 year? Name the person. If you can find them, they can come on the show because there ain't one. All right. That's what we've done 3 and 4 years in a row. Anyway, so let's play Nvidia now. The Nvidia earnings. So today I decided to buy $250,000 of Rocket Lab because I looked at who was buying. BlackRock were buying. Peter Beck was talking really smart. Everybody went, oh, it's going down. I'm selling. Everyone freaked out. Everyone freaked out about Virgin Galactic. I didn't sell any at all when it went down. Everybody freaked out and said SpaceX is going to sell out. And I said, it isn't. And I haven't sold any. And I've got 1.1 million invested with SpaceX. So let's get ready now with Nvidia. I've got some facts to bring you. The earnings call starts in 45 minutes. I'm going to bring you the 10 facts, the best facts you've ever heard. I believe I got X working. Yay! Get in. Rob, send me a message.
At Rob's $1,993
send me a message.
$2 through Super Chat. I believe I got X working now.
Right. Rob, comment. I got to send Rob some money, haven't I? He's going, how much? I've sent you thousands, mate. Well, I've only got 28 bucks in there. I can't send you all that. I'm sending more money in, but at the minute, I'm sending everybody. I can't give you all my money, Rob. I'd like to, because you've given me lots of money, but I can't give you, I need that money to pay other people, right? So, right, so Robs, you've got to be the next person to comment. Right, Robs? Here we go. I need you to comment and I'm going to test it and see if I can send you some money. So copy link to this. Here, Robs. This is just for you, mate. Just for you. Say something nice. Say something nice and I'll see if I can do it. A lot of you didn't get any money today because you didn't do the security. You didn't get it sorted out. You didn't do two-factor authentication. Basically, you wasn't on top of your blimmin'. You wasn't on top of your exes. You wasn't on top of your exes. All right? 5 minutes left, not 20. 5 minutes left, not 20. TF. That doesn't even make any sense. But anyway, should we ban the idiot? No, we won't ban the idiot. We only play ban the idiot on X. All right? So I'm looking for Rob to give me a comment. Martyn was right again. Yeah, I know about that. I know about that. Recent. Rob, where are you? Me. Sensei, you can't have any money. You're not having any money. Sensei wants money. Should we? Boo. Can't send money within the company. Boo. Where's Rob's? Trinity, cool. Martyn was right. I know. Martyn was right again. Shall I send you some money? I'm waiting for Rob. Where's Rob? He's not there. Rob, let me know when you've done it. I'll come back to you. Right, Nvidia. That's the name of the game. Name of the game is Nvidia. Let me check. Salesforce, non-gap, EPS, $5.90, beat by 263. Salesforce, boom. Revenue, this is on the Bloomberg terminal, soon to be our own terminal. Few days to go, folks, few days to go. Revenue, 11.35, beats by 30 million. CrowdStrike, non-gap EPS, 31 cents, beats by 2 cents. Revenue, $1.47. Sensei, are you paying attention? Let me call him up. Are you paying attention to this, Sensei? Watch. We've got our own terminal. Days away now. The best upgrade to our newsletter everywhere. The price is going to more than double for everybody unless you're already in. Everyone who's already in gets it. Sensei, are you listening to this? Are you on YouTube? You was. Well, basically what I'm looking at now, Sensei, is my access to the terminal, the Bloomberg terminal. And as we wait for Nvidia earnings, I'm reading out things like CrowdStrike, non-gap EPS of 31, beats by 2 cents, revenue up, yada, yada, yada. And Salesforce, non-gap EPS, $5.90, beats by 263, yada, yada, yada. That's the sort of stuff I need from your terminal. That's what I need from you. That's what I need for you. Can you do that, Sensei? Can you bring that to me, Sensei? We'll do it. He's in the chat. We're a few days away. He's going, Martyn just constantly creates chaos. But he also loves it because everyone signs up and goes, freaking hell, what's this stuff? What are they bringing out now? And then Sensei runs around like a headless chicken. Can you imagine Sensei without a head? Can you imagine that? Imagine his little body with no head. Picture that. See it? You know the chicken that we ended up chopping? It's a bit like that. Remember the chicken years ago? Remember that? That's what Sensei looks like running around trying to fix this stuff that I just create. And Martyn, you want me to create a Bloomberg terminal? That costs millions, Sensei. I know you can do it. And he does it. He gets it done. And the more ridiculous the challenge, the more he does it. So, it is what it is. I love it. I feel like that Sensei is my Carl Pilkington. He's my little round orange. Do you know what I'm talking about? And I'm Ricky Gervais playing Sensei's going, what? If you can see his face now, he's going, hey, what? Little round orange? I don't know anything about that. Everybody else does. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Ricky Gervais, you know what I'm talking about. Right, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to turn the telly off and go and read a book. Right, so that's what I need, Sensei. What? Yeah, a round orange. Yeah. Yeah. Well, can you imagine what it... Oh, hello, here goes Nvidia. So this is what I need, Sensei. As I'm doing the earnings, I'm like reading out from the terminal all the other stocks that are breaking at the same time as we wait. Do you know, I've got all these facts tonight and I've not been able to read any of them because I've been larking around with X money. Rob, did you do that yet, mate? Did you do it? Let's have a look. I've got a reply 7 minutes ago. Craig Hatton, Sensei, me. I see it on X. Give me some money. I saw it. You can't get it anyway. You're in the UK. You're not allowed to get it yet. Comment on X. Rob's done it. Right. Where is it? When did you do it? Let me refresh it. I'll try and send you some money. How long have we got? Let's see if we got the numbers out yet. We've got Group announces 1 billion share repurchase program. SK Hynix sees bullish view of the banks on tight memory supply long-term agreements. Nothing yet from Nvidia. Nvidia is tanking now, though. Oh, it's going down big tonight. 207. I told you not to buy this. Told you it was going to go a lot lower. And have we got the numbers yet? No, we've not got the numbers. We're still waiting for the terminal to flush it out. Let me go back to X. Rob says, you're next. You're the next Warren Buffett. Here we go. I like that comment. Do we like that one? Should we ban the idiot? What do you reckon? We ban the idiot. He just said, you're the next Warren Buffett. Right, I'm going to pick up my phone. Sorry, I'm going to cancel you a minute now, Sensei. I'll be back to you later. All right, cheers, mate. No free money for you tonight. There he goes. Right, let's send Rob some money. We're waiting for Nvidia. So there he is. Rob's, you're the next Warren Buffett. Here we go. So I'm going to pick up my phone. Here's my phone. Here's me ex. Here's me ex. Not me ex-girlfriend or anything, just me ex. There's me ex. Right, see there, look. And we're going to see if we can unlock for Rob's X money. See if we can unlock it. Now, right at the top, if you look here, we're waiting for Nvidia. We're half an hour to go. We're doing this for lots and lots of people. See that, look? You see the little dollar sign right there? See it? I'm going to click on it. Now, all we need to do is send Rob some money so it unlocks X money. Then he can earn 6% and all the rest of it. Now, as you can see, I've only got $37 in at the moment. The 10 grand hasn't arrived. The 100 grand hasn't arrived. It's all on the way. Connie Graham, by the way. Connie Graham, are you on here? I wanted to thank you, but it wouldn't let me because you don't have it turned on sharing your transactions. So I couldn't reply back to you. I tried, but I couldn't. So here we go. It says send some money. Now, I'm very sorry, Robs. I can only send $1 at the moment until more money arrives. I need all this money to send to as many people as possible to unlock X money for as many people as possible, right? Here we go. So, Robs, his name is R-O-B-Z 720. There he is. Robs, you haven't done it, my friend. It says not eligible. Not eligible. Come on, focus. Look, Rob, not eligible. Not eligible. I was going to send you some free money, Robs, but you didn't do it right. There's something about your account that isn't good. There's something about it that isn't good. Keep trying, mate. Come back to me. I really want to give you some money. Right, let's go back to Nvidia. Nvidia non-GAAP EPS, $2.46, beat by 37 cents. Revenue, 96.22 billion, beats by 4 billion. Fantastic. Okay, what else have we got? Fannie Mae book rises to 4.4 trillion, up 0.1% month on month in June. Right, Nvidia did beat, but it's selling off at the moment. Let's see how the whole market is reacting. We got half an hour to go before the call. What is going to happen on the call, right? The call is what it's all about. What's Jensen going to say? Let me go through my portfolio. So, is Martyn beating the market? Yes. Martyn is beating the market again. Don't worry about that. The market is up by nothing today. 0.01. We're up 0.42. We've beaten the market again. We've beaten the market again. I said, okay, we're sick of it now. Virgin Galactic. It's been kind of going nowhere. A lot of investors are getting very tired and saying, Martyn, are you going to sell out? I haven't sold out. You'll know when I do. It'll be on Discord and YouTube Electrum or on a live show because I'm always live, let's be honest. SpaceX up. I see it going to $200 at any moment. I said it could happen the other day on the unlocks. It didn't because of all we had the bonds issue, we had the big rally on crypto, took a lot of money, all sorts went on. This could go to $200 at any moment, and if it does, with my current position in Rocket Lab, I'll be at nearly $2 million. And I started with 5,000. So I'm all in SpaceX, selling none whatsoever. Then we've got Rocket Lab. Now then, I've been buying this more and more throughout the day. I've been buying it. We got half an hour to go before the Nvidia earnings. I'll give you all the facts in a minute. Palantir up tonight with SpaceX. Gold going down. I don't do gold. I don't do hedges. I don't do stop losses. I don't believe in it. When the stocks go down, I simply buy more. I know what the value is. I don't care about the price. I focus on the value. And when the price goes down, I just buy more, no matter what the chart tells me. I focus on balance sheets and who is buying, and that's all I do. Very simple. Rigetti down. Amazon down. Apple up again today. Apple is doing great at the moment. Enphase Energy, my top pick to go to $100. Coca-Cola, we hit our target. It fell off it again. People got upset with me only yesterday. Live in Discord. I think it was Liz. Oh, we're like missing Coca-Cola. I went, no, Liz. She said, oh, but we got a big audience buying Coca-Cola. Why have we all stopped buying it? Why? Because at 68, 70, up to 90, it was great. Now it's too expensive. When it goes up, it gets rejected. We got a big pullback coming. That will affect Coca-Cola as well. Yes, I've got a target of 106, but we're not buying Coca-Cola right now. We made 110 grand from it this year. We're not giving it back. I know everybody wants to buy it. Don't know why. We're not in a fan club. We're here to make money. No, Coca-Cola is a great business, but at $90, you can't buy it. All right? Do what you want, but I'm not going to turn on the money and start buying. Now, when I do turn the money on, you remember last time I bought $500,000. I'll go all in on Coca-Cola. But now it's not that time. So stop getting attached to a stock, even Coca-Cola with its nice little red can, bit like Sensei, little red orange. No, forget the orange. Forget the orange. Texas Pacific Land. Now, when this goes down a lot more, I'll be doubling up. I've started to buy. I'm doubling up every time this has a significant drop. This is owning Texas. This is owning the future land of everything. I like to buy Texas land, all right? You can't go wrong with that. Every time it goes down, a nice little drop, I double the position. I started a few days ago. Chevron oil, pretty much flat. Tesla, it's going to $80. I don't know who the hell's buying Tesla at the moment. Elon drives it down. He wants to take it over. Google going down today. Microsoft up today, and we've got Meta up today. We had a nice little pop earlier. This is going to $800. Nvidia, it beat on earnings, but not good enough. Now remember, you go, yes, it's 200, then it goes to 225. Yes, we've got a price target of 250, but it requires perfection, and anything less than perfection, it sells off. I'm not buying it here. It could even go as low as 80. That's how expensive this actually is. Walmart. Well, you saw me buy a ton of Walmart. I say a ton. I didn't really buy a ton. Is crypto winter over? Defense. I won't buy crypto now. No reason. X money. And Elon is going to crush it.
89 tipped $2 Canadian through Super Chat.
No.
Is crypto winter over?
I don't think so. Sensei doesn't think so. We think we're going a lot lower before we go higher. Now, there could be a caveat to all of that. XRP Ripple could be behind X money with the what's it called? Riverbank Infrastructure. We'll talk about that. I've got a video coming out about that very shortly. Robinhood going down because it was buy the rumors, sell the news. The UK crypto got turned on. You can now get free shares in Robinhood UK, and I'll give you the link right now. I'm not sponsored by them, but I do have this link. Crypto has gone live in the UK on Robinhood. I set it up today, and I'm tomorrow buying my first crypto on Robinhood UK, just to show you how it's done. There is UK Robinhood in the chat. Here it comes. Let me put it over here, because if I do that, the chat's going to move. Let's go down here. UK Robinhood. If you are in the USA and you go, well, what about us? Well, you've had it for ages, so what are you worried about? Here is USA Robinhood in the chat as well. There you go. All right. Let's come back to it. No idea why I was showing you that down there. Right. What else was I saying? I've completely lost my train of thought. Was I going through questions? I've literally forgotten what I was talking about. I've no idea what I was talking about. Do you know what? I don't know where I am. Was I going through comments, questions? I don't know. I don't even know where I was. Does it even matter? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was going through the stock, wasn't I? Yes, I got as far as Robinhood. That was right. That's what I was doing. Yes, I got as far as Robinhood. I remember now. I got as far as Robinhood. Come on, Robinhood, go over here. 3, 2, 1. No, that's not what I want. Try that again. Robinhood. Down here. That's better. That's why I got confused. Poet, up today. Kushner is up today. Vertical aerospace, I can't touch it at the moment. I think this whole sector is rubbish at the moment. Taiwan up. Flare, rubbish.
At Potato Family 3,958
Get off my land.
tipped $1.99 through Super Chat. Green card holder, get off my land. Texas land. Smiley face emoji.
You can't stop me now, mate. You can't stop me now, mate. I'm buying all the Texas land I can get my hand on. Green card holder, get off me land. I love it. Bitcoin, yeah, can see it going to 50,000. I can't touch it now. XRP, I can see it, $80, 80 cents, 50 cents. Yes. However, there could be something about Ripple and XRP behind Elon's little schemes. So who knows? Ethereum, yeah, I just can't touch it. All the nonsense and the hyperinflators. No, I can't be in it right now. We got a new member.
At Hollybone 5,757 has become a member.
Hollybone, how are you, mate? Where you from, mate? What part of the world are you from? Everyone say, hello, Hollybone. In fact, just for a laugh, everyone copy and paste, hello, Hollybone in the chat. That's a good name, isn't it? Hollybone. I don't know why it tickles me. It just does. Hollybone. I like it. I think it's quite good. Hollybone, where you from, mate? I'm from England. Now my studio is in Texas. I go backwards and forwards. So my studio's in Texas. Me castle's in England. And it's lovely to see you. How are you? And as a member, you can now... In fact, let's go members only. Bugger this. Let's go members only. You only get... Everyone's a member anyway. It's only idiots who messes around. Let's go members. Are we in members only already? Are we? Customization. Let's go members only today. Now we can just talk to investors. That's it. That's it, Martin. Change it. Get rid of the idiots. That's it. Martin, you always call people idiots. You shouldn't do that. Why? I do it all the time. I love it. Right, there we go. Is that done? That's better, isn't it? Now we can talk to investors. Good. I'm liking it. Now then, I've got 27 minutes. I've put together everything you need for the earnings call. I've put it all together so you can be ready for the earnings call. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here it comes. I've got 27 minutes to give you 10 amazing facts to blow your mind, for you to get ready to listen out on the earnings call. And these are the things that you need to be able to trade successfully on Nvidia, right? So anyway, let's do that. Let me go over here so I can keep my eye. Can everyone tap the like button? I'm not going to continue until everyone's done it. It's rubbish. There's 79. What's this here? What you sending me here, Sensei? I don't know what that is. Sensei sent me pictures. Don't even say what they are. Nvidia. Oh, I see. Right. Yeah. What? When? What am I supposed to do with this? Oh, I see. I know what this is. Sensei's playing silly buggers. With me. Shall I read it out? I had my 10 facts. Sensei sent me something better. I don't know if it's better though, really. I don't know if it's better. Sensei will say it's better. You might say it's better. I disagree. But I'm going to be nice, because I can be nice sometimes. Where's he dropped it? He better dropped it. He has. He dropped it in the right place. So, right. Okay. I see. I know what you've done. This wasn't for me to read out, was it? This is you showing me what you're going to do. All right. Is that what it is? Is this what's coming in a couple of days' time? Turn the likes off. Everyone click subscribe. I think that's what he's doing. He's teasing me. With what's coming next. Yes, I know what he's doing. He doesn't mean me to read it out. He's just, the big upgrade is in a couple of days' time. Basically, this is what we're going to do. We're going to smash the Bloomberg terminal. In a couple of days' time, we're bringing out to you the biggest upgrade ever. I'm going to use it in all of my analysis. Imagine if you could literally engage with the stock market. Not just read it, engage with it. Not ChatGPT, getting it all wrong, asking it to tell you what's going up and what's going down. What if you could get everything in relationship with everything, and it kind of interacts with you and understands you and enables you to basically get in my brain? Ooh, the way I analyze stocks. Wouldn't it be good? Well, guess what, folks? We're going to more than double the price of the newsletter to pay for it, because it's not just going to be the investment we are spending to do it. It's the ongoing cost of running this service. It's like we got better than the Bloomberg terminal, right? And we're going to bring that to you, and all of my members and all of my Discordians, 40% off. All of you who get it, who've got the newsletter now, and before it comes out, price doesn't go up. You get it for all of that. So you're going to get the biggest upgrade you've ever had on our newsletter. Do you want it? I'll give you one link, because I've got to get these. I've got to read my facts out. I'm running out of time. If I don't get these facts out, there's going to be L up, because my team prepared me a great set of facts. So here is the link, right? There's the link, right? I'm going to give us both, says Rem. Bloody hell, mate. You're not, are you? Yeah, all right, Rem. Bloody hell. Let me get on with it. So here we go. Here's the facts. I've got 20 minutes. I'm going to deliver it. Is the call ready to go? The call's ready to go. Yeah, 4 p.m. I've got 20 minutes. Here we go. Pay attention, everybody. Here comes the numbers. So, Nvidia, the headline hurdle. You are bloody kidding me. My bloody screen is frozen now. Right, I'll fix it. I've got backup for everything. Give me 10 seconds. I got to press this. I got to press that. I got to press the other. And we're back. You didn't even see that, did you? Backup scenarios for everything, folks. Here we go. So the headline hurdle is roughly 92.2 to 92.3 billion in revenue. Nvidia itself guided Q2 2027 revenue to 91 billion, plus or minus 2%. But Wall Street has moved above that. LSEG consensus is about 92.18 billion, while FactSet MarketWatch puts it around 92.3 billion. So simply hitting Nvidia's guide probably isn't enough. Hello, that's why the stock gone down. How did Martyn know? I had this out. This was prepared before this came out, by the way. All right. Nvidia's guide probably isn't enough for the market expecting a beat. So that's why the market's down. Could have told you that before. I had this for the last 3 hours. Revenue could almost double year over year. The roughly 92.3 billion consensus implies approximately 97% a year over year revenue growth. Potentially Nvidia's fastest sell growth in about 2 years. That is extraordinary at Nvidia's current scale. The question for the stock is whether investors still consider 100% growth extraordinary or already priced in. That's the problem for this stock. It's got so far ahead of itself. Basically, the chickens, talked about the chickens earlier, the chickens have come home to roost. That's all there is to it. EPS expectations are around 2.09. Current consensus calls for roughly 2.09 per share. Approximately 99% growth year over year. A headline EPS beat matters, but tonight I would argue revenue guidance and margins will probably matter more unless EPS misses dramatically. Data center is the monster number, roughly 86.3 billion expected. Analysts tracked by MarketWatch expect data center revenue around 86.3 billion, roughly 110% higher year over year. Last quarter, Nvidia reported a record of 75.2 billion of data center revenue, already 92% above the prior year. If data center materially clears 86 billion, that is one of the cleanest bullish signals tonight. That's what you're looking for. The really important number may be next quarter, 104 billion. LSEG estimates roughly 104.2 billion of Q3 revenue with a fact sheet around the same level. That means Nvidia may need to guide convincingly beyond 100 billion quarterly revenue to generate excitement. Some bullish analysts believe the October quarter could potentially exceed 110 billion. Bloody hell, that's more than I earn on YouTube. I can't believe it. Which shows you just how high the whisper bar has become. Gross margin around 75% could move the entire semiconductor trade. Nvidia guided Q2 non-GAAP gross margin to 75%. Plus or minus 50 basis points. That's important because rising memory component costs are becoming an issue. Reuters recently reported customers were being told that some Nvidia AI server prices could rise more than 15% for early 2027. Now then, if margins hold around 75% despite those pressures, pricing power remains formidable. A guide meaningfully below 75% could become the bearish headline. Now, China is almost a free upside option relative to Nvidia's original guidance. Nvidia explicitly said its 91 billion Q2 outlook assumes zero data center compute revenue from China. Therefore, any improvement in China availability, licensing, or future shipments could alter forward expectations without being necessary to beat the original quarter guide. So, listen out for China. I think in 2 weeks' time, 10 days, 14 days, Xi Jinping meeting Trump. We'll be covering it live. Could be a big one for Nvidia. Listen very carefully for Jensen Huang or CFO Colette Kress discussing China on the call. China. So if we get any China on the call tonight, it could be interesting. My impression of Trump is rubbish. Not so much, hello, my name's Bruce. Completely different. Or friend, Robin's a friend. Much better impression. Ruben, or even better, hello. I don't know what that was. I honestly don't know what, hello. What was that? Hello. Don't know who that is. That's some weird, strange person behind the bush. Hello. Don't know who he is. Rubin could matter more than Blackwell tonight. Investors. Investors, you know what? You got to laugh. Making money is easy. The hard part is to keep it. If you don't have a laugh and create chaos, you lose money and you run around like a headless chicken. Bit like Sensei with his orange. Anyway, investors increasingly know the Blackwell story. The next question is whether the two transition to Vera Rubin is smooth enough to create another acceleration rather than traditional semiconductor product transition. Have I got time to finish this? 15 minutes ago. Yes. Reuters says Rubin could begin contributing significantly to third quarter sales. If management talks about strong Rubin production, supply customer qualification, and demand extended deep into 2027, that could be one of the biggest bullish catalysts. All right? Have you all tapped the like button? Rubbish. Have you all tapped subscribe? Shall we have a look? Shall we have a look? My last few facts before we get there. Let's have a look. Let's see if we've got any more subscribers. I want to see. I want to see if we've got any more subscribers. Right, you ready? Nvidia. Yeah. Let's put Nvidia over here. That's better. I don't know why it was over the other side. Anyway, let's have a look. Have you subscribed during this show? Did you think this was great? Did you unsubscribe? Did you think it was rubbish? Let's have a look. Are we up or down? Yay! We're up again today. 117,444. You love it. You can't help it, can you? You can't help yourselves. You're trying not to love it. I know you're going, we don't love it, Martyn, but you can't help it. You have to subscribe. It's literally written down in stone, this. All right, okay. Let me bring you the best facts then. I've saved the best to last because I just That's what I do, right? I'm an entertainer, right? It's the encore, innit? There is now a new controversy. Nvidia financing the AI ecosystem. Hey, what? What's going on? Reuters reports Nvidia has helped arrange roughly 500 billion of AI infrastructure financing and has committed substantial capital into the broader ecosystem. Some investors worry about circular financing. We talked about it. It's called enterprise spending. It's a bit what's going on with SpaceX is getting a bit of that now. We don't mind about that, though. We don't mind about that. We like it. Nvidia investing in its customers. Projects that then purchase Nvidia hardware. Basically, what it is, it's like, listen here, mate. I'll buy your chips if you scratch my back. I'll scratch your back, mate. I like your back. Hello? Yep, that guy again. What? It's Martyn giving us a code. Martyn does this. He gives us little signals. Hello? What does he mean by that? He said it 4 or 5 times now. I'm counting how many times he says it. Is there something going on between Nvidia and SpaceX? There might be. Hello? All right? Anyway, Jensen's contra argument is essentially that Nvidia is helping enormous infrastructure build out backed by genuine AI demand. Expect questions about the quality and independence of demand tonight. The options market is pricing in enormous dollar moves, but only about 5.4% in the stock. Options were implying roughly a 5.4% post-earnings move. Equivalent to approximately 280 billion of Nvidia market value. So it's not going to go to $230 tonight, folks. Nope. It's going to SpaceX instead. Hello. What's all that about? Fascinatingly, though, that percentage move is below the roughly 6.5% implied before the previous earnings and below Nvidia's approximately 7.4% historical average earnings move cited by Reuters. Translation: the market expects huge numbers, but investors may believe Nvidia earnings are becoming more predictable. A genuine surprise could therefore create a larger than priced in move. There it is. There's everything you need to look out for. Happy? Ready? Right. Let's bring the Nvidia call up. Play the lobby music. Everyone plays the same music. I'm sick of it. They all use the same music. They all turn up late for their own earnings calls. Never understood it. It's the way it works. Let me refresh the screen. Nvidia. They don't ever do it. They don't ever come on, do they? Here comes the music. Right? They never do a... Look, I'll show you. They never do a presentation. They're not like Alex Karp. He's sitting there on his chair. He's bouncing around. We're doing it. We're doing it. Oh, we're doing it. He's all over the place. He is. I don't know what all that's about, but maybe he's got ants in his pants. You get ants on earnings calls. I know. I've been to earnings calls. There's always ants on the chairs. You sit down, you get ready, and there's ants straight up your pants every single time. It's part of earnings call. That's why most CEOs don't do earnings calls, because there are ants in the pants. There's always ants in the boardroom. They're always doing that. So, anyway, little inside tip there about the ants in your pants. Right, okay. So am I up today? Yes, I'm beating the market. I'm beating the market by a long way again today. We're up like $3,000. Everybody's a winner. Nvidia is coming up, so we might get a little bit of a surprise tonight in the call. We are looking for a bit of opportunity here if Jensen performs well. It's like a performing monkey, innit? He's got to perform well tonight. So how will he do? Well, we'll find out in 10 minutes. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the chat now. We're going to go to the chat and we're going to answer questions. You ready? I'm going to scroll up from here. Daddy Pascal says Nvidia beat. Yay, they are beaten. Always dip at first. Hang on a minute. Let me end the poll. No point running a poll. That's already finished. End the poll. Pointless. Let me get rid of it. There you go. I've got rid of it. We had 474 votes. This is the important one, though. Not the one in here. That's rubbish. Don't even know why you voted in it. Waste of your time. This is the one you need to vote on. This one here, because this one trends on Google. What? Hey, trends on Google? Yeah. Did you think I was just a big superstar on YouTube? No. Google too. Even bigger on Google. Even way bigger on Instagram. I'm viral on Instagram all the time. I'm always annoying them. They're always banning me videos. I just don't care anymore. I used to. Now I don't even care. So listen, this is the post. Go and vote on this, because this is like a good, I don't know, good luck charm. This trends on Google, and when people see this, right, they get a little bit excited. They get a bit excited. They think it starts going up, going down, because it's called the Lucas Archie. It's better than the Fibonacci. It trends on Google. Fibonacci don't trend nowhere. This trends on Google. So I had 19 votes the moment I showed you. Shall I refresh it? I bet you any money you like, it's gone up in the last, 10 seconds? 5, 4, 3. It ranks on Google. 2, 1. 19 votes is now, you watch, it'll be lower. 50 votes. There you go. In 10 seconds. 50 votes. You said 64% is a beat. 12% didn't have a bloody clue. They don't watch the show. They have no bloody idea. Right? Stupid. Right? Well, I love my job. What do you do for a living? I've got to meet with the accountant tomorrow, the CPA. How's it going, Martyn? Yeah, it's great. I've grown 100% this year, 100% last year. Hey, you're doing really, really well, mate. Yeah. What do you like about it best? What I like about it is I call everyone stupid, really. You make a living out of that. Yeah, well, some people make a living out of showing their feet on OnlyFans. I make a living out of calling people stupid. Really? Do you enjoy that? Well, yeah. Are there a lot of stupid people? Loads of them, mate. You wouldn't believe it. Nearly everyone's stupid these days. Really? Am I stupid? Probably. Anyway, there you go. 64% beat, 24% miss. You got it all wrong. I guess it was people who don't watch the show, right? I'm going to end that now. I'm done with that now. Right. Now, straight after this is what you want to watch. When does this start? This starts right at the end of the call. I'm literally, tonight, sending money all over the place on X for a laugh. Just for a laugh. For no reason. I don't earn money when I do it. It gets me clicks, maybe, but I don't earn money on X, so I don't care whether you follow me or not. I'm not sponsored by X. I just thought it'd be funny. Because I thought, well, it'll annoy people. It'll annoy trolls. It'll annoy people, saying the only way to get rich is by binky bonk or something like that. So I just thought I'd annoy people and say X is really good and you can get free. Basically, anyone who gets this, there's a link underneath. You can get free shares of Robinhood UK, free shares of Robinhood USA. I'm not sponsored by them, right? And I'm going to randomly pick people and send them random amounts of money. So tonight or tomorrow, later on today, hopefully, 10 grand will arrive in my X account. Should be 100 grand by the end of the week. And I just thought it'd be funny to send some. I just thought it'd be a bit of a laugh, right? So anyway, all right. So that video is after this world premiere, how it works, what it's all about, right? But before then, we got the earnings call. We got the earnings call, all right, for Nvidia. So Nvidia is 5 minutes away. Let me read the comments. That always dips at first. Did everyone forget the China trip? Oh, God, yeah. What a waste of time. I hope it works, Robs. It didn't, mate. It didn't work. Any reason why it dips first? If not, then I don't know. I tried, Robs. No, Ninja Cowboy. They are beaten by 6% revenue, 4%. Maybe it takes time. Maybe it does. Maybe, I'll try again tomorrow, Rob. Remind me. XRP and H-bar. Here we go. Non-member. Just comes in. Doesn't say hello. Doesn't say, hello, everybody. I'm Leonardo. Just comes in and says XRP. Completely useless. That's like people who go to network meetings, don't listen to people, go around running around the room, giving everyone business cards, and then their business fails every single time. Basically, Leonardo TV, he's probably some YouTuber, comes in, he wants to promote stuff, can't say hello, can't be bothered. He goes, XRP, H-bar. No one listens, no one engages with him, and he disappears. That's exactly the opposite of what we do on this show. bloody idiot, basically. Ninja Cowboy, Rob, he's probably a really big YouTuber with 10 million followers. I just don't care. Robs, your verification could be under review. Mine still is. Market been flat. Not for me, it's not, mate. You know you keep saying the market's been flat. It might be for you, mate. Not for me. I'm beating the market 3-4 years in a row by about 50%. I'm up 58% this year. No options, no shorts, no guessing, no gambling. Spend all night talking to the hedge funds, Wall Street managers. I have them on the show. You've seen me have CEOs on the show. So nothing flat about that, mate. Nothing flat about that. Is it a crypto winter? I don't know. I'm way behind the chat. Let's get on with it. Fruity fellow pictures. Fruity fellas. Yeah, the fruity fellas are back. How can I get X money? Watch the video. That comes out in a minute. Watch the video, right? I might give you some free money if you watch the video. Just got to show up. Easy. You know, Martyn, there is two. Tis better, nod. What the hell does that mean? You know, Martyn, there is two. Tis and TS and DS. In better nod. You've lost me. Give us both. Well, that's not. Oh, you're on about the facts, right? I was thinking, what you're on about? Hi, Mighty Martyn. Hello, Electric. Sensei. Oh, we got a message for Sensei. Have you been messaging me on Substack about AI-assisted trading, or is it a scammer? It's not, Sensei. We don't send messages. We don't friend requests. We're miserable. We don't friend request anyone. Anyone. Good afternoon. We got 2 minutes to go. Jensen will be on Mad Money this evening. Yeah, oh yeah, Elon Musk, what's his name? Jim Cramer. He talks a lot of rubbish. He's like a bloody Ewok. Does anyone know what that guy's even saying? I don't. He makes it up all the time. He come on one day and said, J&J is rubbish. It's going to get tied up in bankruptcy with the court with the talcum powder. I went, no, it's not. That's a complete and utter nonsense. Jim Cramer came out and said that. We're getting rid of all our Johnson & Johnson in the charitable trust. We don't like J&J. And I thought, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Who believes that? He didn't. And J&J didn't go bankrupt. And they put a section in a bankrupt sector to handle the court cases. They didn't go bankrupt. It sounded good on Fast Money or Mad Money. Bloody mad, all right. It's literally bonkers. So what did I do? I bought J&J. I made it. Did the very opposite of what Jim Cramer said. No. Please take a screenshot and share. I do not send messages. Zach Zeit, Miss Nvidia. What are you on about, Zach? What are you smoking tonight? Sensei, what's going on? I did the same. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. How am I going to get through all these comments? Good evening, all. Stu Mac, I'll be getting ready for Mr. Foster on again this evening. I like him. He's good, isn't he? Yeah, Vocal Foster. He's brilliant. We like him. One of my mates now. He's my favourite, isn't he? It's my favourite now. Sensei got binned. Now it's Vocal Foster. Move on over, Sensei. Hello, everyone. You say on X they're paying 6%. It's paying me 4%. If I put $100 a month, I'd get 6%. No, they're paying me 6%, mate. It's because you're not a verified member. That's why. You can't expect Elon Musk to give you money if you're just some scammer on X. Sorry, Hayseed. You got to be verified. You got to be proper. Did you find the FIFO buttons on Robinhood? No, I didn't. How you say the better word? You say better. Oh, I see. Oh, there's 2 T's. Oh, better. Better. Better off. Oh, yeah. I see where you're going with that now. 1 minute to go. Good afternoon, Martyn. It's fun listening to you while I work today. Listen while you work. La 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 la. Whistle while you work. Whistle while you work. Oi! Hello. Name the movie. Name the movie. Will the X money become global? Yes, of course it bloody will. Right, here we go. Jensen Wong. Let's have it. Earnings call. I've got it on mute now. Got it on mute. You're going, I can still hear it. I'm muting it. Here it comes. Okay. Here we go. Stand by. Wait. They've stopped the music. They put slides up. Come on.
Good afternoon. My name is Tiffany, and I will be your conference operator today.
Lovely.
At this time, I would like to welcome everyone to NVIDIA's second quarter earnings call. All lines have been placed on mute to prevent any background noise. After the speaker's remarks, there will be a question and answer
Snow White
session.
is correct, yes.
If you would like to ask a question during this time, simply press star, followed by the number 1 on your telephone keypad. If you would like to withdraw your question, press star 1 again. Thank you. Toshiya Hari, you may begin your conference.
Lovely.
Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome to NVIDIA's conference call for the second quarter of fiscal 2027. With me today from NVIDIA are Jensen Huang, President and Chief Executive Officer, and Colette Kress, Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer. Our call is being webcast live on NVIDIA's Investor Relations website. The webcast will be available for replay until the conference call to discuss our financial results for the third quarter of fiscal 2027. The content of today's call is NVIDIA's property. It can't be reproduced or transcribed without our prior written consent.
Oops.
During this call, we may make forward-looking statements based on current expectations. These are subject to a number of significant risks and uncertainties, and our actual results may differ materially. For a discussion of factors that could affect our future financial results and business, please refer to the disclosure in today's earnings release, our most recent Forms 10-K and 10-Q, and the reports that we may file on Form 8-K with the Securities and Exchange Commission. All our statements are made as of today, August 26, 2026, based on information currently available to us. Except as required by law, we assume no obligation to update any such statements. During this call, we will discuss non-GAAP financial measures. You can find a reconciliation of these non-GAAP financial measures to GAAP financial measures in our CFO commentary, which is posted on our website. With that, let me turn the call over to Colette.
Thanks, Toshiya. We delivered another outstanding quarter with record revenue, operating income, and EPS. Total revenue of $96 billion, more than doubled year over year as growth accelerated for the fourth consecutive quarter. The surge in AI demand is driving a global infrastructure build-out, supported by an expanding and diverse set of growth opportunities, spanning hyperscalers, AI labs, AI natives, enterprises, and sovereign customers. We expect to grow revenue by approximately 70% in fiscal 2028. This is a supply-constrained outlook. Q2 data center revenue increased 18% quarter over quarter to $89 billion, with strong contributions from both sub-segments, hyperscale and ACI&E, which includes our neocloud, industrial, and enterprise customers. Hyperscale revenue of $49 billion grew 13% sequentially, driven by sustained strength in Blackwell, reinforcing that more compute drives more revenue. As new GPU capacity comes online, our hyperscale customers delivered strong financial results in the quarter with accelerating revenue growth and expanding margins. With cloud industry backlog now greater than $2 trillion, CapEx by the top 5 hyperscalers is expected to reach nearly $800 billion in 2026 and $1.3 trillion in 2027. Today, we are delighted to announce an expansion of our partnership with AWS. Building on its already vast installed base of NVIDIA compute, AWS is deploying an additional 2 million GPUs starting this quarter through the second quarter of fiscal 29, along with Vera CPUs, some integrated with Rubin, others standalone. AWS will serve NVIDIA Nematron family of open models on Amazon Bedrock and SageMaker. Amazon will also adopt our full physical AI stack, Omniverse, Cosmos, Isaac, and Jetson, to power its fleet of warehouse robots. ACI&E revenue of $40 billion increased 25% sequentially and 138% year over year. Growth was driven by neocloud capacity additions, to meet the rising demand from enterprises, AI startups, and sovereigns, as well as hyperscalers purchasing capacity to supplement their own buildouts. Using NVIDIA DSX reference designs, our NeoCloud partners are bringing capacity online faster and at lower token cost. They are expected to exit the year with 8 gigawatts in total installed capacity, up from approximately 3 gigawatts at the end of 2025. Incredibly, we are seeing demand acceleration even at our scale. Customers' forecasts point to our growth doubling next year. However, as I mentioned earlier, we expect to grow approximately 70% as we are supply constrained. NVIDIA Compute is fully utilized across every cloud we serve. The economic value it generates for our hyperscale, NeoCloud, and AI lab partners keeps rising. Besides building the best AI computing technologies and the most capable supply chain, NVIDIA has 3 unique capabilities that are engines powering our growth. First, NVIDIA's architecture runs every model, and we're growing share as closed and open model adoption grow. Closed and open models alike, adoption is skyrocketing. NVIDIA runs the leading closed models, OpenAI, Anthropic, Grok, Meta, Gemini, and the leading open models, TML, Mistral, Quinn, Kimi, GLM, DeepSeek, Minimax, and Nematron. We're great at small models and giant ones, large or video, auto, regressive, or diffusion, in the cloud or in the edge. NVIDIA is great at training, great at inference, great at agentic workloads. One platform, fungible for every model and workload, durable for the entire lifecycle of AI. That combination of performance, fungibility, and durability is what makes NVIDIA the productive and financeable compute infrastructure. Our second unique capability is our full stack AI factory platform that is expanding our share of the data center TAM. Since Hopper, our revenue opportunity has grown from roughly $18 billion per gigawatt to $25 billion with Blackwell, to $40 billion with Vera Rubin, which now spans Vera CPU, Rubin GPU, NVLink, InfiniBand or Ethernet, and Grok LPU announced earlier this week. Our ability to extreme code design across GPU, CPU, NVLink scale-up networking, scale-out networking, systems, algorithms, and software enables us to deliver X-factor performance gain every generation. Vera Rubin exemplifies this, delivering 30x higher throughput per megawatt and 35x lower token cost relative to Grace Blackwell Ultra. We commenced production shipments of Vera Rubin earlier this month. Having already received purchase orders from every major hyperscaler, AI cloud, and system OEM, we expect Vera Rubin to mark the fastest product ramp in NVIDIA's history. Our networking business had another record quarter with revenue growing 18% on a sequential basis. Spectrum X Ethernet, which grew 2.6x on a year-over-year basis, is already helping us become the largest and fastest growing network company in the world. Rising adoption of agentic AI is driving an acceleration in demand for data center CPUs. Our Grace CPU, introduced in 2021, has been a great success, with revenue on a trailing 12-month basis exceeding $5 billion. Today, we are in full production of our next generation Vera CPU. As a standalone product, Vera expands our TAM even further. Vera completes agentic tasks 1.8x faster on the spec benchmark and provides 5 times the bandwidth per watt than any other data center CPU. We expect Vera to be deployed by every major hyperscaler, NeoCloud, AI Lab, and System OEM, with shipments already underway to our lead partners, including OCI, SpaceX AI, and starting this quarter, AWS. We continue to see demand for approximately 20 billion in total server CPUs. And based on our customer demand and improving supply outlook, our preliminary expectation is for CPU revenue to more than double in fiscal 28, positioning us as one of the world's leading server CPU suppliers. Since the announcement of our Groq partnership last year, we've been working to unite NVIDIA's high throughput and Groq's high interactivity architectures. At Hot Chips earlier this week, we announced that Groq 3 LPX, our first rack-scale LPU system, is in full production and already setting records, demonstrating nearly 4x the number of tokens per second against the next best alternative on our artificial analysis benchmark. We expect to ship Groq 3 LPX in volume later this quarter to early adopters. Nebius will be the first. Today, we're not just selling the best chips, we're selling a full-stack AI factory platform, offering superior economics for customers and capturing a bigger share of the data center TAM. Our third unique capability is the combination of our full-stack AI factory and rich CUDA ecosystem, allowing us to extend AI into markets a single chip alone can never reach. Beyond the hyperscalers lies a massive market anxious to adopt AI, customers with no interest in designing their own custom silicon. NVIDIA's fully proven full-stack platform is uniquely suited to help sovereigns, neoclouds, and enterprises build their AI infrastructure, bring it to full operation, continuously optimize it through CUDA software, and connect it to offtake demand from our vast developer ecosystem. Hyperscalers will remain a major growth driver, but non-hyperscaler growth, our AIC and E segment, spanning sovereign, regional neoclouds, enterprise, edge, and air-gapped data centers, will represent roughly half of our data center business. Our AI-native startup ecosystem, developed and running primarily on the NVIDIA compute platform, is scaling at a rapid pace. Global VC funding in AI, roughly 70% of which is spent on compute, exceeded $400 billion in the first half of 2026, surpassing the $265 billion raised in all of 2025. Nearly 20 companies, including Cursor, owned by SpaceX, Figma, and Together AI, now exceed $1 billion in annualized run rate revenue, up from 13 companies in Q4 of last year, with vertical enterprise software logging the fastest growth. In enterprise, on a trailing 12-month basis, on-prem revenue in the automotive vertical reached $8 billion, while financial services, manufacturing, and healthcare combined contributed $7 billion in revenue. Hudson River Trading and Jane Street are leveraging NVIDIA's powered AI factories to accelerate quantitative trading. Samsung Electronics is using NVIDIA Cullitho to achieve up
from
to
5,000 to nearly $1 million bucks.
In computational
Come
lithography.
on, get in.
While Bristol Myers Squibb is investing in Vera Rubin AI Factory, a fast follow to the Roche and Lilly buildouts, as drug R&D timelines compress from years to months. In sovereign AI, our business, primarily through the regional neoclouds, grew 35% sequentially and more than tripled year over year in Q2. A country or region can allocate land and power directly to a regional cloud partner in ways it never would to a foreign hyperscaler. We don't own a cloud ourselves. We are a neutral partner to every sovereign and neocloud. And because NVIDIA compute is productive, fungible, rentable, and durable, regional cloud interest is surging around the world. We helped CoreWeave, Nebius, and Nscale build entire infrastructure businesses and neoclouds are emerging everywhere. Firebird in Armenia, Kosovo Technologies across Africa, GMI Cloud in Taiwan, Yoda and NASA in India, Firmus in Australia, YTL AI Cloud in Malaysia, pairing local land, power, and operating expertise with our platform. Last month, we announced a partnership with Noetra, Japan's national AI company, to build an NVIDIA DSX AI factory that will create open models to power AI agents, digital twins, robotics, and physical AI applications. South Korea's LG and Hyundai Motor Group are partnering with NVIDIA to build and scale AI. And in Europe, a record 35 new NVIDIA-powered AI supercomputers were unveiled to advance industry and scientific breakthroughs. Neoclouds are seeing strong demand pipelines from many diverse off-takers. Rather than allocating their entire capacity to a single long-term offtake guarantee that lenders typically require to finance a data center independently, we have introduced a revenue sharing structure. NVIDIA provides a take-or-pay commitment on a portion of the facility's capacity, a minimum revenue guarantee that gives lenders the confidence to underwrite the project, and in exchange, we share in a portion of the NeoCloud's revenue earned above that floor. Independent capital still underwrites every deal on its own merits. We're not making loans. In this model, we get paid twice, once on the hardware sale and again through the share of rental revenue, a highly reoccurring stream layered on top of a one-time equipment purchase. Over time, this model can expand our addressable market and create reoccurring, usage-linked revenue stream alongside our core platform revenue, with the potential to drive billions in revenue over the medium to long term. Together, NVIDIA's three unique capabilities: a platform that runs every model, a full-stack AI factory platform capturing more of the data center TAM, and a CUDA ecosystem that extends AI into markets no single chip could reach alone, reinforce one another, and are the engines of our growth. Let me update you on our progress with our Frontier AI Labs. The Frontier AI Labs have extraordinary demand for training and inference compute, but they are growing faster than what their balance sheets and credit profiles can support. They have rapidly growing customer demand, yet still lack the decades-long infrastructure contracts and investment-grade financing capacity needed to secure the AI factory infrastructure independently. In other words, their growth isn't limited by their technology or customer demand. It's limited by compute. For these companies, more compute means more intelligence, more users, and more revenue. NVIDIA is needed to help power this flywheel. First, we've invested nearly $50 billion in the Frontier AI Labs. This was a meaningful commitment, but it represented a small fraction of our expected free cash flow over the same period. Further, to support the Frontier Labs infrastructure buildouts, we recently announced partnerships with 6 of the world's leading infrastructure capital providers: Apollo, BlackRock, Blackstone, Brookfield, Goldman Sachs, and KKR, to establish financing platforms that will raise over $500 billion of third-party capital. With these partnerships, building on our unique, fungible, and durable computing platform, the AI Labs will be able to build and assess AI infrastructure funded by long-term institutional capital at relatively attractive rates. Last week, we announced that we secured land power shell capacity through our partnership with SoftBank Energy to exclusively host NVIDIA Compute at their Portsmouth campus. The initial deployment, expected to support 4.25 gigawatts of AI factory capacity, will be utilized by OpenAI. Each generation of NVIDIA AI factory systems deployed at Portsmouth could represent approximately 1.5 million NVIDIA GPUs. And over 20 years, the site could support multiple upgrade cycles. Here's the essential economic point. The LPS commitment secures a long-lived AI factory site, while the NVIDIA compute within the data center can be upgraded repeatedly. This project deepens our long-standing partnership with OpenAI. OpenAI has committed to substantially deployments of NVIDIA AI infrastructure through 2030. OpenAI's existing and planned commitments represent approximately 12 gigawatts of NVIDIA compute. For another frontier AI lab, we will provide selective credit enhancement for nearly 2 gigawatts of compute. This complements the substantial NVIDIA compute capacity they've secured independently without NVIDIA's credit support. We recognize the scale of this support, and we know some will call this circular financing. We see it differently. We're going through a major computing platform shift, the creation of one of the most important technologies in human history, and these are once-in-a-generation companies. Their technology leadership is proven, and their customer traction and usage are skyrocketing. We expect them to become the largest technology companies in history. We believe these investments, measured against the strength of their demand, the business they create for us, the ecosystem they build on NVIDIA's platform, and the equity returns on our invested capital will be excellent. And our risk is limited. The NVIDIA compute platform is fungible and durable and can be redeployed to support other customers. For context, we expect demand from the AI labs for which we expect to leverage our balance sheet to contribute toward roughly a quarter of our business next year. This remains compute we ship will be consumed by investment-grade customers or those that are backed by one. In Q2, we shipped less than 1% of our total data center revenue in Hopper.
Can everyone tap the like and subscribe? It really helps the channel so much. Thank you. Massive night tonight. Be huge tomorrow on the market.
Current Hopper shipments are dilutive to corporate gross margins. And given ongoing geopolitical uncertainty, there is no China data center compute revenue in our forward outlook. Moving to the rest of the P&L. GAAP and non-GAAP gross margins were both 75%, largely unchanged from last quarter due to a similar product mix. GAAP and non-GAAP operating expenses were up 10% and 11% sequentially, primarily due to high compute infrastructure costs and compensation and benefits costs. Our non-GAAP effective tax rate of 16% increased from a year ago, primarily due to higher revenue. On our balance sheet, inventory increased to $32 billion as we prepared for the Vera Rubin launch. Days of sales outstanding increased to 60 days, reflecting extended payment terms for large purchases by certain investment-grade customers to be shipped over multiple quarters. In Q2, we returned a record $26 billion to shareholders, $20 billion through share repurchases, and $6 billion through our quarterly dividend of 25 cents per share. Relative to our plan to return 50% or more of free cash flow, we have returned 60% on a year-to-date basis. And going forward, we intend to increase and return excess free cash flow net of strategic uses. Let me turn to the outlook for the third quarter. Total revenue is expected to be $108 billion, plus and minus 2%. We expect sequential growth to be driven primarily by ACI&E with data center, while growth in hyperscale is expected to re-accelerate in Q4 and into fiscal year 28 as supply of Vera Rubin grows over time. We see Vera Rubin accounting for about 20% of data center revenue in Q3. Looking ahead, our preliminary expectation is for fiscal year 28 revenue to grow approximately 70% year over year. Although we will work to close the supply-demand gap, we expect supply to remain a bottleneck at least through the end of fiscal year 28. Many of you have expressed concerns regarding our gross margins as component costs have risen significantly. As you are already aware, we are experiencing extreme pricing conditions in memory. The magnitude of the price increase has exceeded our prior expectations and are headed even higher into next year. As a result, we are resetting expectations today. For Q3, we expect GAAP and non-GAAP gross margins to be 74%, plus or minus 50 basis points. We expect margins to bottom in Q4 in the 71 to 72% range, before settling at 72 to 73% in fiscal year 28 as executed price increases take effect in Q1. We want to be direct about this rather than let it linger as an open question. Memory scarcity today is being driven in large part by the AI build-out itself, and unlike a component that simply raises our cost with no offset benefit. Tighter memory supply is a symptom of the same demand surge that's driving our own growth. We have long-standing, deep relationships with all three major memory suppliers, and we're working closely with them to further increase the capacity our roadmap requires. GAAP and non-GAAP operating expenses are expected to be approximately $9.2 billion and $9.0 billion, respectively. For the full year, we now expect OpEx to grow in the low 50s, driven by a broadening of our product portfolio and further increase in the usage of AI tools, which is already and will continue to enhance engineering productivity. For full year, fiscal year 27, we continue to expect GAAP and non-GAAP tax rates to be between 16 and 18%, excluding any discrete items and material changes to our tax environment. With that, we will now transition to Q&A. Operator, please poll for questions.
At this time, I would like to remind everyone, in order to ask a question, press star, then the number 1 on your telephone keypad. We'll pause for just a moment to compile the Q&A roster.
I love it. Really exciting. Big day tomorrow, especially for our space stocks.
Stanley. Your line is open.
Great, thank you. I wonder if you could give us color on the 70%, and what gives you the confidence to guide a full year out? You haven't been doing that. And then what's the gap between that amount of growth and the 100% demand growth? You know, what is the kind of key constraint that separates those numbers, and could you close those gaps over time?
Yeah, thanks, Joe. As you probably are aware, AI has become useful, and the AI agents that are being adopted everywhere use an enormous amount of compute. First of all, the large language models are larger than ever because they're smarter than ever, and these agents go through reasoning and planning, multiple turns of tool use. The amount of compute necessary for an agent versus a human using it is probably 15 to 100 times, depending on the type of problem you're trying to solve. And so the amount of compute necessary is just extraordinary. That's a factor that almost everybody sees. The part that people don't see about our growth, because we're practically singular because of the nature of how we deliver products. I mean, we're the only company in the world that creates and builds, offers an entire AI factory platform, a full stack system. And, you know, customers can still mix and match. However, most companies just don't have the skills to do that or a desire to do that. And so there's an entire part of the market that we experience grow. There's sovereign AI, the regional AIs, their neo clouds, their AI startups, their enterprises, where we're seeing, which represents about half of our business, and that's growing 100% a year. That part of the world's computing is likely to
Sorry,
to
we're pumping now. The money's been made in Nvidia. It's not in Nvidia.
Experiencing in the cloud.
It's something else.
So I
Martyn
think
was right
the
again.
demand that we see
Have you
is
noticed?
driven by all of those factors. It is also the case that you can no longer procure technology per se and stand up these infrastructure. You've got to go secure the land, power, and shell. Which,
after hours tonight.
You know, oftentimes is a couple,
SpaceX,
2-3
Rocket
years
Lab,
out.
Get ready for a big
all
night.
of the rest of the supply chain necessary to align the construction, the power, the cooling, all of the labor that's
SpaceX has just gone through 140.
AI infrastructure is creating so many jobs all over the United States and all around the world. It just takes a lot more planning. And so we're involved.
I've got $1 million invested here and $250,000 with SpaceX. That's where the money's going now.
Just as a long time ago, people asked me, why is it that we're working with memory suppliers when we're a chip company? And today people understand it's really quite genius that we were working on our supply chain so far upstream. We work with power generator companies. We downstream. We work with land power and shell companies all around the world. And that helps prepare all of this computing that's going to be built that will ultimately deploy for our ecosystem and our customers. And so we just have a lot greater visibility now upstream and
$1 million from 5,000 just around the corner
that we've never forecasted or never guided to a year in advance. And even though our demand is much greater than 70%, our supply allows us to confidently deliver 70%. And we're going to continue to work with our supply chain to increase on that. But what we wanted to do is to be consistent with everybody, from our customers, our shareholders, our supply chain. Everybody sees the same view. And the reason why that's important is because, everybody's putting a lot of resources at play. And so we wanted to make sure that everybody has the same set of information. And we've got a huge year coming up next year, and it's going to be pretty extraordinary.
Your next question comes from the line of CJ Muse with Cantor Fitzgerald. Your line is open.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you for taking the question. There's tremendous investor focus on your inference market share. Can you speak to the evolving workloads you're seeing with agentic AI and how you see your share evolving here over time, particularly when you reflect on the growing value of the TAM you're seeing with each new full stack generation, your expectation for greater growth from ACIE, and then also including Grok 3 LPX. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, thanks, CJ. The AI lifecycle is getting way more complex than it used to be, and it's playing into NVIDIA's architecture much more greatly than it used to be. And so you could kind of see it as 4 phases. There's the first phase, which is preparing all of the data that you need. Some of it is synthetic, some of it is real, some of it is human labor and human labeled and generated. Pre-train the models. And then there's post-training, the third phase. And then there's the agentic inference. And agentic inference is extremely complicated. And so every one of those phases are complicated. The thing that's really great about the NVIDIA architecture, and we created this with NVLink 72, it was a big surprise on the world when we first created the world's first rack scale architecture. It was hardly easy, and it was very challenging building the first generation. We're now in our 3rd generation of NVLink 72 rack scale systems. We had to reinvent the entire supply chain, reinvent systems, reinvent the technology, redistribute our software, refactor our software. Everything, every aspect of it was hard. But what it allowed us to do was to create one fungible system that allows us to transition from data creation, data preparation, to pre-training, to post-training, to agentic inference. The benefits to customers is incredible. And the reason for that is because you've just spent, and we just mentioned, each gigawatt of technology and NVIDIA's revenue exposure in the Hopper timeframe with Hopper plus InfiniBand, and now Vera Rubin and CPU, and 3 types of different networking, because it takes that many types of networking to address the entire world's data center, not to mention the scale in security networking and the scale across multi-campus networking. So you could argue 5 different types of networking systems. And then of course, Grok. And all of that increased our revenue contribution or revenue opportunity per gigawatt to $40 billion. So each gigawatt of data center increased from, say, $30 billion about 5 years ago to now $60 billion today. Of course, the productivity is tremendous. The performance is incredible in comparison, but you're talking about a $60 billion investment. And to the extent that you could use it across multiple phases of the AI lifecycle, run every single type of model you can imagine running on it, whether it's diffusion or autoregressive or state space or some hybrid version of that, every version of attention mechanism you can think of, small or large models, the investment that you make will be preserved and useful and productive for a lot longer time. And so I think our advantage in this new world is really quite extraordinary, and it could explain, why it is that our growth is actually accelerating. It was already large, but now it's accelerating. Let's see, you asked about Grok. I was super excited about Grok 3. We achieved a record token interactivity rate, extremely low latency performance generation. The team is doing fantastically. We spent the last several months fusing the NVLink architecture, which will be the core, and it'll be the core engine. And then for services that would like to have super high interactivity, super high speed token generation done, the throughput is going to be a lot lower. The cost per token will be higher, but you could associate it with high ASP services. And so for those companies, you could bolt on one of our Grok accelerators. I'm super excited about that. But the vast majority of the world's data centers will just be Vera Rubin NVLink 72.
Your next question comes from the line of Stacy Rasgon with Bernstein Research. Your line is open.
Hi, guys. Thanks for taking my question. So the 70% growth in fiscal 28, which I guess is sort of calendar 27, so that's something like, a $200 billion uptick versus the prior outlook. If I back it out, the prior outlook was $1 trillion over the 3 years. So this is probably 200 billion more. I was just wondering if you could talk us through the contributors to that increase across the different products, Vera and CPUs and Grok and everything else. And also, you talked about your price increase that takes effect in Q1. So I assume some of this is pricing. And I guess I'm also curious, and maybe I'm squeezing too many questions in here, but I'm also curious, it's a constrained number. What would it be if it wasn't constrained?
The unconstrained would be a lot higher. It's we grew 100% year over year this year. The unconstrained, is significant, and so we're just going to have to go work hard to get more capacity. And we have a large supply chain. We have a really gigantic supply chain, and so we have incredible partners, and we've secured a lot of supply, but we just need a lot more. To break it down, the way to think about that is most people see just hyperscalers, and that's half of the picture. The other half of the picture is what we call AC, and that's all the enterprise, the neo clouds, the sovereign AIs. That part of the world is invisible to everybody, and the reason for that is because they don't buy custom chips. They don't buy chips one at a time. They really need an entire factory platform built for them. And so that's a space that we add just a tremendous amount of value. Now, of course, back in this hyperscale space, that's growing incredibly too, right? You know that they now have backlogs of $2 trillion. You know that when they stand up NVIDIA compute, when that happens, their revenues go up, their earnings contribution go up. Compute is profitable, very profitable today, and compute directly translates into increased revenues. And so there's a race to want to bring more NVIDIA compute online, both at the hyperscalers, but what you don't see is just really tremendous opportunities outside of the hyperscalers. But the other part of it is, and it's the reason why we mapped it out for you. In the case of Hopper, we were at about 18 billion per gigawatt. For Grace Blackwell, we're about 25 billion per gigawatt. And for Vera Rubin, it's about 40 billion per gigawatt. And the productivity is, X factors increase in each generation. And so customers want to race to the next generation as fast as they can. Meanwhile, because NVIDIA's compute is so productive, the tokens they're generating, the GPU hours they're renting out is insanely profitable, as you know. Their margins are fantastic. And so all of that is just simultaneously happening. I think the big picture is that we're going through this platform shift, and it affects every computer company. And every industry in the world uses computers. So therefore, every industry is affected. Every company is affected. And this new way of doing computing is intelligent. It's not based on retrieval of files, but it's now generating intelligence. And that requires compute. But the results you get is phenomenal. The results you get is tremendously better. And so, we're just seeing that across the world. Everybody wants to be part of the AI revolution. Everybody will have to be part of this computing shift, and everybody has to build infrastructure.
Your next question comes from the line of Vivek Arya with Bank of America Securities. Your line is open.
Thanks for taking my question, and thanks for providing all the transparency and all the commitments and guarantees that you have for a number of years. When I just add up everything that's in the CFO commentary, I get to a number of about 500 billion or so, obviously over the next several years. So I had a few questions related to that. First is that the takeaway that the sum of all your ecosystem investments over the next several years is in that ballpark, or are there other equity or other investments that could still be ahead? That's one. Secondly, if there is a specific cash, part of that that we should think about in fiscal 28. And then, Jensen, a lot of these investments are, designed to help the frontier labs, especially OpenAI and Anthropic. But both of them are designing their own custom chips. In fact, OpenAI just, in the last few days spoke about Jalapeno and their claims about being better than Blackwell and so forth. So how are you balancing this dynamic where you want to invest a lot in the ecosystem, but part of that ecosystem wants to develop competitive solutions? Thank you.
Well, we're building something very different. Whereas many of these XPUs are inference-specific chips for one cloud or one service, NVIDIA is a platform, an entire AI factory platform that spans the entire AI lifecycle that you can use in any cloud. It's in every cloud.
Andreas, I'll take care of you now. Here is the link.
Anywhere.
If you click on this
We'll
now,
help you set it up anywhere.
Give me your Discord username so I know it's you, and I'll onboard you and get you through the system.
Built something very
I'll
different.
white glove service you right now. Here we go.
All of the AI services at some point are going to want to go around the world, and those data centers won't necessarily be just built by them. And also, I fully expect, and so they're going to run, and I think they're going to run on NVIDIA all around the world. And of course, I think our technology, I have 100% confidence that our technology will continue to be extraordinary for them, and that the economics of using our technology, whether it's from data processing to training, to post-training, to agentic processing, our technology is going to be extraordinary for them. They're going to use it. And so I'm very confident that they're going to be customers and partners of ours for a very long time. Now, having said that, taking a step backwards, investing in these two companies, or there are several AI labs that we've invested in, investing in these companies are once in a generation opportunity. I think the only regret that I have is that I didn't invest more and sooner. And two of the companies will likely go public soon, and others will follow. And these will be some of the most consequential technology companies in history. And so I'm delighted to be their friend. I'm delighted to partner with them. I'm delighted that they're building an ecosystem on top of the NVIDIA architecture. I'm delighted that they're counting on us to scale up. And I have 100% confidence that, through quite a long period of time, they're going to be utilizing NVIDIA compute for a lot of their computing. And so I feel great about it.
So Vivek, let me add a little bit more regarding the commitments and the portion within those commitments, which is our supply commitments. This is essential. This is essential for the raising of Vera Rubin today, as well as all next year. You can see that those commitments, the biggest parts of them are in the first 3 years, and we will use that to build the products that we need. This would also gives us the confidence in terms of our growth and revenue, given how much we have already aligned in commitment in terms of our supply, as well as capacity that we would need.
Your next question comes from the line of Timothy Arcuri with UBS. Your line is open.
Hi, thanks a lot. Jensen, I wanted to ask about open source. There's a lot of talk about that these models could gain share for workload in the US. You're obviously well positioned with Nemotron, but on the other hand, a lot of the end demand is being driven by these big frontier model companies. So there's a lot of investors that equate open models as being negative for the growth of those companies. So how do you sort of put and take that? Do you see the rise of open models as being good for NVIDIA or ultimately negative? Thanks.
The world will need both closed models and open models. And both closed models and open models are skyrocketing in use. I would say nearly all open models run on NVIDIA. And the reason for that is because NVIDIA's footprint around the world is the highest. And our architecture is the most fungible. It's everywhere. It's in PCs and edge devices like DGX Spark, which is doing great, all the way to robots and workstations and your on-prem data centers. Open models are doing incredibly well. Closed models we know are doing incredibly well. The frontier labs, their sales are skyrocketing. Their margins are fantastic. They're generating profitable tokens. They're only limited by the amount of compute. That is equally true for open models. And our position in open models is very good, because the CUDA ecosystem is literally everywhere. The open models are also foundational to just about every AI startup and every enterprise company around the world. It's vital to them. And the reason for that is because you should rent intelligence, strong intelligence, smart intelligence, wherever you can, which is the reason why, we rent it. And I encourage my employees to use the cloud service as much as they can. But every major company and surely every country and every startup needs to build their domain specific, their proprietary AI, their proprietary alpha. And the open models reaching frontier levels has made it possible, has enabled them to all do that. One of the areas where frontier models is vital is cybersecurity. You see the number of cybersecurity companies that are enabled by frontier models so that they could have massively distributed, continuously running autonomous cybersecurity systems to defend. Those companies are emerging. There's some amazing companies. They couldn't do it without open models. And so open models is both incredibly successful and has finally reached the frontier, but it's also vital to the American economy. It's vital to the world economy. It's vital to companies to build their own proprietary AI. You can't do it without one or the other. Both are going to be extraordinarily successful. And lastly, as you know, our market footprint of all AI models, I think we're the only platform, I'm fairly certain we're the only platform that runs every frontier model. And whether it's closed or open. Most of them were built on NVIDIA, and so they run great on NVIDIA. And so we're delighted by any model succeeding. So long as models succeed, I'm very happy. And both closed and open models are going to succeed, and they're both simultaneously driving our sales.
Your next question comes from the line of Ben Brightsis with Melius Research. Your line is open.
Yeah, hey, thanks. I wanted to ask you a question, Jensen, about demand in a different way. You talked about demand growing 100% next year, and I wanted to kind of get a sense for a couple things driving that and even beyond that. And there's two concepts here. There's recursive self-improvement, which apparently at Anthropic and OpenAI is going very well with AI that improves itself. And even OpenAI said they could hit AGI by the end of this year. And with the developments in RSI as well as AGI, what happens to industry demand? Does it inflect further? And what does it mean for Nvidia when those things take place? And how are you looking at that as a demand catalyst? Thanks.
I appreciate that. It's going to inflect further. Today, the vast majority of AI is prompted by people. I believe that this last month it has crossed. Most AI are now agentic, but in the future, every company will have a whole bunch of agents. We have 40,000 employees roughly. In the future, we'll have 400,000 agents, 4 million agents, and those agents are running continuously. They're running in the background. If you know anybody who builds edge, personal AI agents, and they run it on their like a DGX Spark, and I know a lot of people who run it on DGX stations. This incredible workstation that we built. And you can buy it from Dell, and they're incredible. And these AI agents running on a DGX station runs 24/7 because you got stuff for it to do all the time. And so when the world goes to fully agentic systems, you're going to have agents running all the time, working with other agents running all the time, and those will be working in the background, improving your company, improving your lives. In a lot of ways, we're kind of recursive at this point, and you could argue it's coarse grained, but every time you run through an agent, it reflects on how it could do a better job next time, and it updates the skill file. And so the skills document, the markdown, is updated at the end of every single one of them. And so next time you run it, it's going to get better. It's a kind of a loosely coarse grained self-improvement. And so you see that all over, always. And so in a lot of ways, and for many tasks, we could say that we've already achieved AGI. I think all of those milestones and all those, they're kind of senseless at this point. I think the most important thing that matters for the industry is that, one, AI is now doing productive and useful work. Two, AI is generating profitable tokens. And three, if we had more compute, we could generate more profitable tokens,
Andreas,
which results in more profit for all of the services.
I'm just sending you application now. I've got your information. Discord is not part of YouTube. It's completely separate. But I'm sending you that right now. You've got 1 hour to complete it.
From the line of Jim Schneider with Goldman
Sachs. I can
Sachs.
white glove you through the service right now. Okay, here we go. Stand by.
Good afternoon. Thank you for taking my question. If you think about the 100% growth you talked about in terms of the unconstrained demand growth you're expecting, the 70% you expect to fulfill in terms of supply, can you maybe talk about or rank order some of the most acute constraints, whether that be things like data center power and shell availability, DRAM, wafer foundry availability, et cetera? If you could maybe help us understand, which are the biggest among those, that would be very helpful. Thank you.
There's something funny I could say, but I'm going to just not. Last year, one of the funnest things to do is just to go figure out where I go for dinner and who I have dinner with. And their stock price doubles the next day. I think the answer is our entire supply chain is challenged, and it's everybody is really running flat out. And more capacity is coming online all the time, which is one of the advantages. What's going to happen this year? It's not going to come online in just an instance in time, but it's going to come online every day. Yields are going to get improved. We're going to be doing yield improvement. We're going to work hard on working with every one of our suppliers. And so it's not even next year yet, and so we've got lots and lots of time to work hard every day. And so at this moment, we have supply for 70%. We have more supply than 70%, but about 70%. Our demand is much higher than that. And we've got to go work hard, or, we're going to be disappointing customers. And we like not to disappoint our customers, and we like to work hard for them. And so I'm going to need the help of the entire supply chain to help me out here. But they all know that. What I'm telling you about our needs for next year is exactly consistent with what I've told them. Everybody's on the exact same song sheet, and I'm trying to be as transparent as we can because we're talking about big numbers.
Your final question comes from the line of Aaron Rakers with Wells Fargo. Your line is open.
Yeah, thanks for taking the question. I want to go back to the gigawatts, the 25 to 40, and maybe try and understand, I think, Jensen, you said at some recent conferences that, that's going to further scale. So, as we think about the path even beyond Vera Rubin, we think about Vera Rubin Ultra and so on and so forth. Should we really conceptualize 40 billion goes to 60 billion, 80 billion, and then, I guess, underneath of that question is how do we kind of think about your ability to scale the capacity deployments? Is it a linear function, or is there something that, kind of unlocks your ability to supply more demand as we look through fiscal 27?
Great question.
Or 28, sorry.
Yeah, great question. Great question. And very simple. Is our goal to put as much compute on a plot of land? Is our goal to put more compute into 1 gigawatt or less? And so obviously, we would like the speed of light answer. The perfect answer is actually infinity per gigawatt. And so if we could literally get $1 trillion of compute into 1 gigawatt and one piece of land power shell, it would be a fantastic outcome. And so the answer is directionally in that direction. We started in the world of general purpose computing during Moore's Law. We were probably, pick your favorite number, but I'm going to go with something like $5 billion, $3 billion per gigawatt of compute with general purpose computing. And then eventually with Hopper, it was 18. Now Grace Blackwell is 25. Next, Vera Rubin is 40. And after that, it's going to be higher. And that's excellent. That's fantastic for the industry. It's fantastic for customers. So long as the productivity of it continues to grow, the durability and the fungibility continues to grow, then people are happy to invest in assets that generates revenues, generates profits, and helps them recoup their returns so incredibly fast. I mean, I heard the other day that return on investment capital is now less than a year. And we're talking about $50 billion data centers. And so that tells you something about the productivity of NVIDIA's technology and the rentability of it. I want to thank all of you for joining us today.
There are no further questions at this time. Toshiya Hari, I turn the call back over to you.
Thank you. Before we close, please note that Jensen will be participating in a keynote fireside chat at the Goldman Sachs Communacopia and Technology Conference in San Francisco on September 10th. He'll also be giving a keynote at GTC Berlin on October 21st. Our earnings call to discuss the results of our third quarter of fiscal 2027 is scheduled for November 17th. Thank you for joining us today. Operator, please close the call.
There we go. That's the end of the call. NVIDIA had some great things there. There were a lot of little secret codes there. Did you hear what he said about I booked dinner with someone, the next day their stock price doubles? That's no joke, by the way. That's no joke. If you can find out who Jensen Huang's having dinner with, that literally is one of the biggest secrets on Wall Street. Anyway, so, oh, hello, stuff going on here. We got stuff going on. Right, I'm watching stuff coming in from the different screens. So it's been a great night. It's going to be a really great night tomorrow, a great day tomorrow for my portfolio and Nvidia. As you can see, we're up nearly $8,000 on that call. SpaceX and Rocket Lab did really well during that. No surprise. So it's all getting pretty exciting on the stock market at the moment. Let's read some comments. I've got a big premiere coming out in a second. Sensei is going to be putting some updates in the newsletter about what we've heard tonight, put the numbers together. Tomorrow we'll break it down. Tonight has been a lot of information in there I want to digest and bring it to you tomorrow. So I'm going to have some information in the newsletter. We're going to put the numbers together and see what it means. But essentially, it's looking pretty good. Let's just go through our portfolio and see what we got. So S&P is up, pumping on this tonight. Looking good. Virgin Galactic is just doing nothing at the moment. We haven't got time for a Discord event tonight because when there's earnings, there is no Discord event. SpaceX has broken the 140. It's going to $200. There really isn't anything to stop it. I've got 1.1 million invested in that. I've also now put $250,000 in Rocket Lab. And so we're on the verge of going to $2 million now across my portfolio. It's very exciting. Forget 1 million. We're going to go to 2. So really, really good. A price target of 120 on Rocket Lab. Palantir went up on that. Gold, it's just fear. I don't buy gold. I don't do hedges. It doesn't interest me at all. Rigetti Computing, pumped on it, 1.57. Amazon up on it tonight, 0.83. Apple sold off tonight. Really, really cool. Really, really cool. So we can get a little bit dip there tomorrow. The big story, $100. Enphase Energy, we're now at 38.90. Time to buy it was 24. That's doing really, really well. I'm excited about that. I think I'm going to start my premiere right now, actually. So stand by. Coca-Cola, perfect. Last night, many of you, we had Liz going, oh, I want to be back in Coca-Cola. I said, wait, do not. No, we're not buying this. It's topped at 90. It's now down to 89. I'm ready to drop $500,000 on Coca-Cola. My bloody hell, my portfolio is going to be at 3 million at this bloody rate, isn't it? Anyway, so Coca-Cola want to buy this on the way down because now we're going to see a lot of money go into SpaceX, Rocket Lab, the Mag 7. We're going to see Coca-Cola sell off at 92, now at 90, 91, 90, 89. We want to buy all this. You know my magic number, only shared on Discord, only shared on YouTube Electrum. Really, 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 really exciting. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. Texas Pacific Land, waiting to buy some more Texas land. I'll be loading up on that, maybe $100,000, maybe tomorrow. Chevron oil flat. Tesla is down today, up after hours, but it's going to $80 though. Google down tonight. Microsoft up but pulling back. Meta going to $800. Nvidia, a nice little pump tonight, but don't chase it though. It's already expensive. Walmart, if it goes below 103, well, I'm not going to tell you too much, then I can double, triple the position. Robinhood going down. Poet up tonight on all of that. Acushnet is up. Slightly after hours. Vertical aerospace, the whole eVTOL sector, most of it's going to go bust. Unfortunately, a lot of it is still in the wrong stages at the moment. Just the wrong crowd following it. Taiwan Semiconductor up. Flare crypto. Why anyone's chasing crypto tonight, I don't know. Elon just put a massive great stake in it. XRP could be behind what's happening with X Money though, with Cross River Bank infrastructure. But we'll look at that. There's a video coming out about that tomorrow. Ethereum's pumped on that, but I wouldn't be buying this at all. My money is in SpaceX and in Rocket Lab and in some defensive of Walmart. We are looking to see Walmart go lower and Coca-Cola go lower as well. Okay. Liz said, I never had a good trade in Coca-Cola. It was just a joke. Oh, okay. Poor old Liz. I keep every day talking about Liz. You go, I didn't even have Coca-Cola. Why do you keep mentioning me and Coca-Cola? I thought you were on about you had it. You were going, we love Coca-Cola. I really thought Liz owned Coca-Cola. Oh, well, never mind. Anyway, listen, folks, I've got to go. I've got to get on the phone. You saw me on the phone earlier. I was trying to get some information about tomorrow, SpaceX. I'm very excited. We're going to get more institutional pivots tonight, throughout the night. That's what I was on the phone to. People are going, I wonder who's Martyn talking to. Anyway, you'll find out later. So, listen, folks, got a big premiere, how you can get some free money. No joke, X money, what it's all about. So, let me give you this. Did anyone get themselves sorted out? Martyn, I know we've done private call before. Oh, okay. I'll be talking to you in a minute, RC3. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. So let me just talk to you. Let me just do this. Right. Hang on. Let me do this at once. Hi there, mate. Sorry about all of that. Yeah, it's a gold member thing, as you know, or you can book it through my Calendly. So what I want you to do now is look on the calendar I've just given you. You don't have to book anything. You don't have to pay for anything, but you can see when I'm free. So you can select one of those spots. Now you can select one of those spots because we now do 20 minutes, not the hour. But nobody ever wanted the hour, so we're now doing 20 minutes. Select the 20-minute spot. Don't book it because that's for those that aren't gold members. But you can see when I'm free. Then text me back on here on Discord. Tell me what time you want of all the days that are available. I don't do weekends like you asked for though, unfortunately. But check one of those. I did see your gold member status just come up, so I know you're a gold member now. Just go and pick one of those times. Let me know on here what time you want to do it. You can book up to 7 days out. And once you've done that, I will block that time off in the calendar and I will send you the link, but it will be on Discord. All right? Okay, there you go. All right, good. I get it. If you deal a lot with members, I forget you. I forgive you for forgetting me. I didn't forget you, mate. I didn't forget you, but I just have to go through the same process every time. Sorry about that, mate. Okay. Right. Where was I? What was I doing? Yes. I dealt with Instagram. I dealt with that. I dealt with a new member trying to get onto Discord. I dealt with that. You've updated your profile. You just joined the server. Yes. Update the profile name. Yes. Anyone just done that? I heard you on your stream. Yeah, okay. Good. Andreas, you've not answered the questions yet. Your time is running out. You're in YouTube. I've given you the information. You've only got an hour to do it because there's a waiting list. Sorry about that. It's just the way it is. So here we go. What I want to do now is send you to this. Right. Good. Let me change it. What we'll do 12. 2 minutes. Okay. Don't listen to me. Don't worry about what I'm doing. It'll just happen for you, right? Let me change that. That was earlier. This is now. Okay, this is now. It's like, what is going on? 5:12. Okay, let me change that. Do. Save, edit Premiere. Yeah, to there. Save. Is that going to work? Let me refresh that. Stay where you are. It'll take you right there. You haven't got to do anything. 2 minutes. Yes, here it is. Okie doke. All right. So if you want some free money, I'm literally giving money away. It's a bit of fun. But anyway, you'll learn all about crypto and XRP, and you can get free shares in Robinhood, free shares in the US. This is what I'm showing you. This is what comes out now. Look at this. Right. You ready? This goes live in 1 minute. So here we go. Big day tomorrow on the market. I love what I just heard. And tonight I'm going to try and find some more money by moving things around. Yeah, I'll share it on Discord later. So live world premiere now. Live world premiere, never seen before. Live world premiere now. Okay, drop that there. I'll pin that to the top. Let me pin that to the top there. There we go. Live world premiere. Click on that. Replace the pin. Yep. 60 seconds, just about to go live. Good. All right, it'll take you there automatically. Click on the pin if you prefer. Big day tomorrow. There's no Discord event tonight because we covered an earnings. Tomorrow, I'm very, very, very excited. The portfolio is rallying like crazy, up 8 grand again today, beating the market again, and it is what it is. We got Virgin Galactic. I'm going to talk about this later in the morning on a call. I'm very concerned, but I'm not selling. Don't worry. SpaceX is up tonight after hours. I think we're going to go at any moment, at any time. This can just go, it'll just go buff, $200. I'm not worried about it. I think it's going to happen. Rocket Lab has popped up on the call tonight. No surprise there. And yeah, we're very close to the $1 million. And now we have even more. We're going to go push right through it. All right, here we go. The premiere is about to begin. Hope you have a relaxing a bit in Turkey. Who's relaxing in Turkey tonight? I'm not relaxing in Turkey. Who's relaxing in Turkey? He send us premiere now, Kazansky. That's right. He send us. Martin, who's he? Martin. I love it. Okie dokie. We doing a Discord. No, there's never a after hours. There's never a after closing bell Discord when there's an earnings because it's just too late. You know, we've already done earnings. We can't do that as well. It's bloody boiling, says Kazansky. Yes, the whole South. So glad here with 20 degrees. Be careful, everybody. Right. World premiere is about to start. The second it starts, I'll end. And I'll be keeping you updated throughout the night on Discord and YouTube Electrum about my trades. Hoping to take some, sell some top lots on Rocket Lab now. We can do that now because we popped up. We can pay off all the margin. We bought the bottom. And maybe we bought the bottom and looking very, very, very nice. SpaceX is breaking 140. It's all good. I'm loving it. Right, there goes the world premiere. Thank you ever so much, guys. See you there right now. Click on the link. It will take you there automatically. I'll see you back in the morning. I'll update you throughout the night. FIFO buttons. I'm looking for it, Terry Rose. I can't see it. Anyway, Martin, I answered the questions after watching the video. Spot on. I'll go back now and I will allow you into Discord. And then you've got a few minutes to choose your membership. Top tip. Choose Pro. Everyone does, but make sure you do it on a browser. You save a couple of bucks. People don't listen. They just do it on their phones. I'm sending myself to bed. Good night, Petra. Good night to you. That's it from me. Go and watch the premiere. It's on right now. If you want some free money, I'll show you how I do it. You can get it. It's very exciting. Get involved. See you back on the next one. Take care of yourselves and each other. Zhush.